Many people think religion is not necessary, so long that spiritual practices fill its place, like replacing connection with God with the connection to others, self, and nature. One way to look at these natural connections is through the concept of wellness. Wellness is the brother of spirituality. It is flourishing from a naturalistic point of view. Wellness is the type of flourishing that all people agree on, regardless of philosophy or religion. It is flourishing at the physical and psychological level, like the mindset of wanting to be happy and healthy today. Spirituality and secular wellness are extremely similar, but not the same. Wellness culture fills the spiritually confusing vacuum left by a decrease in religious spirituality in America. Wellness leaders design programs that provide meaningful orientation, community, individuality, and personalized flourishment. These programs must be intuitive, buyable, sellable, and thrive in internet participatory culture in order to be a successful business. For example, CrossFit thrives, but SoulCycle is closing down, though both are wellness exercise groups. Revival of occult practices also fills in the vacuum of religion. Prominent examples include goddess worship of Glastonbury, England, and voyeuristic immersion theaters, like the one about Hecate from Macbeth. People flock to neo-pagan practices because they don't like their lack of agency, religious institutions, capitalism, and other modern institutions. A return to the occult is a way to yearn for change in one's life and for change in society, though whether it is symbolic or practiced occultism depends on the individual and their selected community. Now, there are also a lot of people that disagree with the claim that spirituality is not necessary for natural flourishing. It all comes back to defining religion and spirituality. In pop psychology and medical journals, oftentimes the term spirituality is watered down for well-being. Some researchers argue that spirituality ought to be either well-defined or dropped from use in professional research altogether. These researchers would have an issue with Alan Lightman's spiritual materialism, in which transcendent experience is fully explainable by material origin. The brain, its neurons, its atoms. The spirituality of Alan Lightman equates spirituality with well-being. The opposite is not true. Material spiritualism is the belief that matter is a medium to engage in the spiritual. Atoms, neurons, and the brain are for us to have senses and thought. This means that spirituality is not well-being, as spirituality is the whole and well-being is merely the health of the body, mind, and emotions. Well-being may even serve as an illusion of health of the entire person. For example, a person may not be using their thoughts and sensations to do good and attain a good life after death, though this example is dependent on religion and/or spiritual belief. Other researchers, like Galen Watts, argue that American spirituality is really not religionless. American spirituality is definable in relation to a certain framework of modern American religion. I think this framework is somewhat obscure to the public because it has not been explicitly picked up by pop culture. The framework that I'm talking about is called the religion of the heart. It is the religion of the mystics, a religion built on deep emotion, experience with higher things, and transcendent feeling, not doctrines, limited rituals, and institutional authority. As with mysticism, it existed with religion for most of history, but now it has stepped out of the shadows and replaced institutional religion in the lives of many Americans. The religion of the heart's ancestor was European Romanticism based on emotion, and it exists today in the New Age, social justice, and charismatic revivalist movements of the last 50 years. Now that I answered all of my topic questions, this video series is coming to an end. To recap, we see religion and spirituality as related concepts that diverge due to discontentedness with religious institutions. We think spirituality is necessary for flourishing and maybe religion, depending on how you define your terms. That's all I have for you. Thank you for listening to this video and my video series. Peace out. Facts about spirituality that are well established in social science.
Go.
Sonnet 18 by William Shakespeare.
Oh boy.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art so skibbity and so temperate.
Yikes.
That the post-war womp
Womp.
left by a decrease in religion. Oh, we gotta run that back.
Arnar.
I paused too long because of plurality and the disappearance of the default.
Sorry, guys.
If you believe in the supernatural.
Rick, sorry. I can't help it.
No, that's fine.